All right, folks, welcome back to Millennium Bowling Supply bowling ball reviews. Chase Valenzuela here with the Idol Cosmos. See the layout here: 5.5 by 4 by 2 3/4. Pin up, pin over the middle finger. Doing something a little bit different today. We're going to do an uncut, one-take video on one lane. So, get it started here. And maybe a little deep on that shot. Didn't want to see it. This lane not dead fresh. The track has developed quite a bit, so a little bit over under, a little bit wet dry. We'll see if we can blend it out with this smoother pearl symmetric ball. The Idol Cosmos features the Icon core, the exact same unmodified version of the core found in every Idol series ball so far. Extreme Tracks Pearl on the cover, just the pearlized version of the cover that was featured on the Idol Helios. The Idol Helios, pretty slow for me. Really rolly, slow cover. The Idols for me tend to read a little bit rollier, a little bit slower. I tend to prefer the Phase 2 and that Velocity core in the phase line. Alright, so a little more left to right, catch a little more friction, rip a 9-pin. I wouldn't characterize this ball as angular. This is not my first game. I've probably got 3 games on it between warming up today and breaking in the cover after I drilled it the other day. I did add just a touch of polish. Came out of the box very dull. At that 4K fast. So 9 spare to start here. Probably gonna keep it right around that same spot where I boned a 9, see if I can get it to play off just a tick. I have thrown every Idol except for the magenta one that's been in production. That one was just before my time with Storm Products. Not a great shot. A little inside, a little behind it. Able to carry it. So I kept my hand behind that one a little bit too long. Really went up the back of it, and you saw it. Read super early, didn't exactly dive. Overread the mids. So like I said, pretty smooth, pretty forgiving ball from what I've seen so far. If I were to compare it to the pearl symmetric stuff in my bag currently, you know, I've got a Zen. I'd say this is probably a tick rounder and a tick earlier than a Zen. Maybe just a couple of boards stronger overall. I might have both on that one a tick. So having a little trouble finding the pocket here, starting off. So as far as previous Idols, if I were to compare this to any of them, it would probably be the Synergy The synergy for me was really smooth, really even. Not particularly mid-laney. It would slow down a little bit earlier. I would say this one's a couple feet earlier, a little bit rounder off the back of the pattern, but really similar to the synergy. So if you're a fan of that, or you wished it was a little bit earlier, a little bit more smooth, a little bit more even, I think you'd really like this ball. Good shot there. Really smooth. It's not smooth in a diggy, continuous way, like say a Phase 2 or a Zen Master, where they just grab and go left, go left, go left. This one sort of slows down and picks up, and wants to go sort of forward on the back rather than really sideways. So for me, lets me increase my axis rotation and not worry about it overreading. Same shot here around 17, 18. It's close. Overall, the shape's pretty good. I wouldn't exactly call it a step down from the Phase 2. It's not angular enough for me to want to go straight to it off of a Phase 2. I'd probably lean more towards a UC2, maybe a Zen off of a Phase 2, just because the gap's a little bit bigger. This is probably right in between a Phase 2 and a Zen, an original Zen. If you watched my Zen Soul review, I actually said the Zen Soul fits that gap as well. The Zen Soul, cleaner and more angular. This a little bit earlier and rounder. So two different shapes in that same sort of hook potential. If you like this format and you want to see more one take, one game videos with a sort of live commentary rather than the edited, voiced over format that I've done thus far, leave a comment down below. Let me know. If you want to see a different format that I haven't tried yet, let me know that too. I'm always up for trying something new, trying to keep these ball reviews interesting. And cut the tin out there. Standard release, not doing anything crazy, not trying to really get around it or really roll it, just put it in a spot, trying to make sure I catch it well and letting the ball do the work. Overall, overall not bad. I think the touch of polish helped a little bit, helped it just getting in a little bit further, not want to read the mid lane quite as hard. Box finish, it was a little early and a little smooth. Playing here, I might have 2-4-5'd or flat 10'd or something like that, where now I can get it to come off of it. And a little inside, a little firm. Didn't quite corner. So, below 7 here. It's the only downside to the smoother pearl ball with a little polish on it is you get it in the oil a little bit, it doesn't quite want to see it. Trade off to that is I might get a little more pickup if I miss out or miss into the friction. So wrapping up the game here. So we have 9 spare, 9 spare. Waiting for the graphic here. 9 spare, 9 spare, strike 9 spare, 4-bagger 9 spare. So 238 left. We had a 9 pin, a below 7. So pretty good. Once again, this lane not fresh. And threw that one hard again, so. A little easy from this deep for me to kind of throw it through the spot. It's a product of how smooth the ball is, so if you're a fan of that sort of smoother, more even shape, this definitely fits the bill. Typically for me at Millennium, more angular stuff is how I get away with those kind of misses. You know, they still pick up and face. All right, able to cover the 5-pin, so one more shot here. Release date on this, July 8th, along with the Infinite Physics. I did 2 videos on the Infinite Physics. They're up on YouTube as well. If you want to check those out, I did a pin up one and a pin down one, sort of on the old format. Once again, let me know if you'd like to see something different. If you want to see this ball featured maybe in a heads-up video against another ball, a one-on-one. Come on, finish strong. Oh, short pin. Messenger didn't quite get there, so 226. First game for score with this ball. All right, once again, Idol Cosmos available July 8th. Thanks so much for watching. Chase Valenzuela here with Millennium Bowling Supply. We'll see you next time.